Hey guys, welcome back. It looks like that we're going into Champ Selective Game 3 of the feeders. Let's get this going. Looks like that, surprisingly, no vein bans right away. Looks like that we're just going basic Sona and basic. Ooh, there's the vein ban. Basic Sona and basic misfortune. And the vein ban, they definitely don't want to do that. Sad day for red team not being able to pick that vein with the 2 pentas last game. Still speechless about that, guys. Got the Blitzcrank ban, basic ban from the first game of the night. That Blitzcrank was definitely a headache for those guys.
Defy my will.
No J4. Interesting. That has to be one of the first times that I've seen a Jarvan get out of the game. And we have Eloy. I can never pronounce that, guys. But definitely target ban to Shaken out sturdy. Never gonna play that tentacle lady again. You know, Leona. Not much to say. Alright, let's see what Leona's gonna pick. Morgana, definitely a pick for somebody else on his team. Not gonna. I wonder if he's gonna bring out a Sion back. Well, who knows what he's gonna bring back. A little bit more. Interestingly enough, a lot of different plays from either team. Can't say that this has been an interesting night, guys. This is definitely what this is for, trying new things and going for Kayn.
Wow.
The first 2 games it was, I believe.
Yeah, they really switched up everything. They banned the J4 and the Vayne, which is interesting. J4, of course, is one of Jamie's best picks, but any AD carry really could have filled the role that Vayne filled last game. It was just having 2 team fights where he wasn't targeted enough. And then because of that, they give over probably the best jungler in the game right now in Kayn. While it may not be Jamie's best jungler, it definitely is one of the best.
Hey man, if you give somebody $1 million, look what they can do with it.
Yeah.
They'll probably waste it, but you know, the metaphors.
I definitely know I would waste it.
You wouldn't put that in the bank? No, I can't even talk. I'd probably waste it too. You can't.
Put it in the bank, live off interest in Mexico.
And if you guys haven't gotten it yet, I feel like that this game's gonna throw. But, yeah, Syndra, again. I was just saying, but, Katarina. Wow. Haven't seen
Ballsy
her.
pick. Part of me thinks that it might be a mispick.
Really?
They didn't ban the Diana,
Huh.
and
I'm going.
you probably wouldn't pick another assassin like that, especially one that gets disrupted so much by CC.
Eventually.
But they picked it, and nobody messaged me complaining yet. So I can
Yet.
only imagine it was for real.
We can hope.
It's just interesting that you would pick Katarina so early if you have your mid laner in the last pick. I don't know. We will see. It seemed like the perfect time to pick 80 carries, as you can see that they're banning them out.
Yeah.
So I go.
Vayne and the Jhin. So it looks like that, and the Shen. What a slap to the face.
Yeah, as said, one of Rudy's best champions.
Yeah. Doesn't know what to pick. Kog'Maw ADC. That goes for the Twitch. That's gonna be an annoyance. Cho'Gath, Mr. Big Monster.
You see, the Twitch fills the exact same role as Vayne, if not generally perceived as better. Oh god. Brad does not play Darius. Brad hates Darius with a fiery passion, but Rudy also hates Darius. So if the Darius gets picked, it would just be to troll Rudy. But they switched to the Kled at the last second.
Come on, man. Should have went with the Darius. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, and now the last pick for the counter top lane. This is the last game. This is the game that matters. Some people said the finals matter, but the finals don't matter if you don't get to them. So this is the last game that really matters. And pulling out
Scion
the Kled
again.
into the Scion. Kled isn't that great right now. The rune changes did not help him very much. Like, it helped most of the other top laners, but he's really not that bad into Scion. There's a lot worse picks for him. Teemo, Trundle, Urgot, Shen, definitely, but that was banned, of course.
Got that right. Man, just another slap in the face to poor Rudy over there. Still pulling out the Scion again. Surprised he didn't go for something else.
Are they gonna get Smite? 12 seconds left. Do I have to hop into that chat? I might have to hop into that chat.
Yeah, you might have to top of that, Chad.
I will
Oh,
be
there we
right
go.
back, guys. Oh, he got Smite. Last second. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh lord. Well, I just had an aneurysm. That's great.
For sure. The type of professionalism you expect in LCUS. Almost
Yep.
forgetting a smite for the jungler.
God, that would have been quite the way to lose. It almost would feel like intentional, just because he wants to come in and cast and replace me. Completely understandable, but you don't throw that hard. At least make it look unintentional.
Maybe he hurt his last game and was just doing that as a little bit of a troll. I'm hoping. Oh boy. I can't talk too much. I took a teleport in bot lane with Lucian.
That's okay. Sometimes that happens. I used to go teleport on Ashe. That was for the fun plays of ulting across the map and then teleporting to it. But I still did. So you know.
You gotta be said, it wasn't too terrible. Dude, able to just go around and get some nice ganks from people. Felt good. So the other team was probably a little bit annoyed that Lucian had awareness and able to go anywhere that he wanted to.
Yeah. Well, I doubt we'll see anything as exciting to end this game as we did last game,
Hey,
but
don't say that. We might see Twitches with a couple of pentas.
it's possible.
Oh my god.
They definitely have the way to protect the Twitch this game.
Yep.
Especially versus Syndra. Having Spell Shield come in from Morgana, it prevents tons of spell damage, almost negating her complete existence.
For sure.
Well, it's about that time of every day where we have to take time to talk about our sponsors and the real reason why the LCUS and Gym Class Feeders is able to happen. As always, it's Gullible. This week, they no longer are a law firm. Don't know how that happened. They got sued, probably, and weren't good lawyers. But
Interesting
this
that
week,
a law firm got sued out of its practice, but go on.
well, when you're not real lawyers, that's quite likely to happen. This week, they've changed over to tire salesman. So, head over to gullible.com. I won't spell it out as well as Justin did. But head over to gullible.com and check out some tires. I promise that at one point they were actually real tires.
Once they were really made of rubber.
They were really made of rubber at one point. No promises what they're made of now. But once again, that's gullible.com. Head over, check them out. We really support all of the $0 that they give us every week to make this happen.
It's amazing that they went down to tires. I won't forget this time, guys. Who won the frickin'...
Who won the skin game? It's almost a freebie for the top team. Since they have a skin on every roll. But the skins that the other team has are damn good skins.
Yeah, that's a tough one to call. Although we do have a Project Leona finally.
Yeah. That's one of Ben's best champions, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
it's not.
yeah, it is snowing, and Ben subbing in made them change their team around a little bit. I know Prowler isn't really a support player, so that might help their team. But at the same time, getting a real support player, a support main such as Ben, who's been playing Leona since Leona came out, definitely will help their bot lane put some punishment on that Twitch.
For sure. Sorry guys for my inept. I can't talk anymore. Inaptitude to change the scoreboard. That was just terrible. Took way longer than it needed to.
That's
Hey,
okay.
going in, Kled just trying to land a hook. That might be
He's
trouble,
trying to.
though.
Oh, the counter invade.
Kled might
this
need to
is-
get out of there.
There was some crazy burst damage coming in from the Syndra, though. Oh, they might get the first blood on the Caitlyn. First blood to Scion. Can go back, pick up some cloth armor and some more health pots. And honestly, that is a huge, huge negative to the Kled.
Man. Nicely done, able to counter invade like that, but then still.
Yeah. And all that they lost was a flash on the Kayn, who honestly won't be using flash for a very long time.
Yeah.
If you look at Scion, he didn't, however, go for the cloth armor. He went for a ruby crystal, which probably builds into more things that he'll be going early, but just isn't really what you want to go versus Kled early.
And it looks like that he TP'd in just to try to make up for that difference in XP and gold. But that's gonna be a tough to top. Again, no pun intended. I apologize, everybody.
It seems as though we're getting some feedback from the chat about 80 carriers being in the support position on the scoreboard. Personally, that's not that big of a deal, but we appreciate all of the feedback that you guys give us, even if it's nitpicking.
Hey man, it's League of Legends. If it's not perfect, it's not League of Legends.
Well, it's not League of Legends then. So I haven't seen Kled played in a while. I know that Shaken Not Stirred talked about wanting to play it last week, but inability to get it picked in Champ Select due to champion ownership, I guess is the way to say it. So it's interesting to see him pull it out now. But also, one thing that needs to be said is, in the LCUS, you aren't required to go into Champ Select in the correct order. While it's much appreciated to increase stream quality of the graphics, it really is not required, and we recommend that you go in with the best chance that lets your team win.
Odin might be a little bit of trouble. Nope. Shaken able to push him off a little bit, but Cho'Gath might be coming in to get the gank on Odin. He's gonna be in trouble.
Misses the Q. Would be hard for Cho'Gath to follow up enough.
This is true. Oh man, able to get away unscathed. Basically unscathed.
Yeah, didn't even blow the flash. Seems like the last two games he definitely blew his flash early to a gank that Goon Squad, I believe that was his name, had. Morgana hits the binding through the minions on the Caitlyn and exhausts him with the kill coming over. I bet you Trufflesaurus wishes that he took exhaust this time instead of ignite.
Yep. And Odin might be in trouble in the top lane too. Oh,
He
boy.
does indeed go down, but will his ghost be able to kill Kled? Oh,
So
Kled
close.
didn't even flash. Surviving with less than 22 hit points. I will go back and see how much he really survived with.
Man.
15 hit points, once again, not the record. 2 pentakills, but you can't even die with 9 hit points. Come on.
I'm even surprised that Kled was picked. He Not a very popular champ in a lot of circles.
No, not very popular at all. However, Brad's always been, shaken not stirred, has always been someone to play weird stuff in the top lane.
Sometimes that's all you need, man. League of Legends is a mind game just as much as a video game, I guess.
Yeah, really, League is all about just knowing what you're playing against, and that's why so many players play so often.
Arcane's so just getting stopped that day, but then Morgana gets the kill. Might see a support carry. Shaken's in trouble.
Not in trouble enough. Getting his horse back. Just kidding. I know it's not a horse. Don't sue me. But he might be able to carry this game.
You know,
Getting 2 kills in a row and no armor built yet on Sion. That is not where he wants to be.
You know, I did say that I thought I was gonna think that the Kled was gonna have a hard time, but it looks like he's able to kind of do his dance around Sion. Jeez.
Yeah, it's all about comfort matchups. I honestly don't know if Great Beard of Odin has ever played a game versus Kled that wasn't in a custom game. But Morgana somehow gets out of that fight bot lane, burning her flash, and Kled is just 1v2ing top lane versus the Kayn.
Kayn and Sion coming in. Kayn's gonna head back though. Looks like we're having a reversal of the bot lane from the top lane. Top lane for blue is having just a wonderful time, but bot lane for red team is just able to show what they're made of to team blue.
Yeah, getting 2 pentakills really has to give you some confidence. Not that like it means you're the best player in the world or anything like that, but
No, that's what it means.
fair. Step aside, Faker.
Man, Sion goes down. Gonna do as much damage to Prowler as possible. Is he even gonna get the kill? Nope. Goes down.
No, Sion just needs to be playing safer. Like, he went from having a CS lead to giving up 3 kills in a matter of 3 minutes.
For sure. Now we have a nice fight on top lane.
Yeah. He finally picked up his armor. And, you know, now bot lane really needs to think about carrying. Mid lane's been really boring. And that's not really what you want is for a double burst lane.
Yep. Looks like that's just gonna be some chasing back and forth between that lane. Too interesting. We have a very early tower, halfway, almost, yeah, halfway done.
Bot lane 6 on the red team, but they're so low of health, and I think they have gold sitting in the bank that they want to go spend. Yeah, there's 1,000 gold lead on the Twitch compared to the Caitlyn, which is...
He's definitely been able to stay in lane longer, well, especially with the 3 kills for Caitlyn, but with that, it gives you the confidence to just stay in lane and farm up as much as you can. But that gold, when he decides to go back, which he did, is going to be highly beneficial when he gets back. Bot lane is going to have to watch out for the blue side. Yeah, it's more of the same so far. Seems like everybody's just taking a step back to try to...
Yeah, and it looks like Sion has some interesting masteries. He has biscuits, which definitely comes from the inspiration tree, which means that if he went resolve, he doesn't have any damage coming in at all, and instead just has bonus health.
Shaken might not need to be careful, he's going to lose his horse.
Again, it's not a horse, but still, it's a horse. And with Kayn up, he needs to get Clyde back before he gets... Oh, he's gonna get out of this. They won't be able to tower dive.
Man. Well, Brandana might be in trouble. Yep. Gets deleted by Prowler.
Did he get a stack off of that? It looks like he did. Yep, he must. He knocked him up and ate him.
Yeah.
But now, if Morgana can get the stun off on this Leona, he'll be able to get a kill. Free bot from the blue team. Twitch still has ult. If he doesn't get instantly bursted by Syndra, he got instantly bursted by Syndra.
Yes.
Alright. Well, the thought was there.
The thought was there. The thought was there as it was happening. I think you and Baconlicious were on the same page there.
Yep.
It's like that they're gonna get free dragon off of that.
Yeah. Katarina and Kayn might be able to go and stop them, but if they aren't able to kill this Syndra before they get the dragon, they need to just pull off.
Looks like it's just gonna be a clean getaway from that.
Yeah. Still a large gold lead coming in from the Twitch. A larger gold lead than anywhere else on the map. Morgana is up a lot of gold as well, but the top side of the map is losing by about 700 gold in each lane.
Yeah, not great for the top lane for that. Again, I thought that was going to be a different story in the top lane. I thought Sion was able to be able to do more to that Kled. But like you said, I think that just because he's not playing as defensively as he needs to at the beginning.
100%. If he would have got cloth armor early, it would have helped him a lot. As well as he needed to. There's no CC coming from Kayn when he comes in for a gank, so Sion really has to set up a good gank and have enough lane left to really be able to chase down the Kled after you get him off of his horse. I know it's not a horse, don't sue me. Gullible's no longer lawyers, I would have no representation.
Hey, but if you need a tire, that may or may not be
I
rubber.
need some things that may or may not be rubber.
Brandana's in trouble, although might be able to...
Yeah.
Oh, never mind, Baconlicious is able to make sure to confirm the kill.
Yeah, the Triumph coming in from Baconlicious's mastery has really saved him there, otherwise Ignite would have killed him. But that's exactly what I'm talking about for questioning the Katarina pick. It's really not a good pick into Syndra.
You gotta have some confidence when playing this game, and confidence needs to get you somewhere, but if you take a bad pick like that, yeah.
Like, the champ's fun. I've always enjoyed playing it. It's just not a good matchup into much.
For sure. From the chat, I have to agree with you. The farm top lane is making me sad as well.
Yeah. It definitely was closer earlier. They just have had such a crazy lane with all of the action on both sides that they really haven't been able to get good CS numbers.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's been more, definitely a lot more action than a top lane used to be. Although I think that confidence came from Sion when he got that first kill. But that confidence might be his own doing.
It's hard not to have that confidence. Your team just got 2 pentakills, won the second game. You think that you're unstoppable, especially playing Sion. And you want to help your team carry by just pushing your top lane advantage. But at the end of the day, it really just cost them this early game.
Exactly. Got a gank coming in.
Yeah,
And
but the
lane.
Morgana shield really saved all the CC.
Got that
Oh.
right.
Thanks, chat. Apparently, the horse is called Scarl. It's like Carl from The Walking Dead, but Scarl.
So, all of Brandana just getting decimated by Syndra.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. But Twitch will be able to clean up this Caitlyn. I see absolutely no reason why Caitlyn will get away from that.
Shogath might be able to clean up Chaos X over here.
Kayn will get through the wall just fine if he... Oh, he's...
He biffed it. Has to waste his flash.
Up,
And
up,
Kled
up,
coming.
up.
The chase of the century, folks. Guy on a horse chasing a train, able to catch the train, and now the train's coming back to try to kill as much as he possibly can. Unable to do anything about it, though. Chaos X gets out clean. Finally able to use his ghost.
But they might be able to get the first tower still. And if they can get that, it almost like makes it all worth it. You're still getting destroyed the top lane, but if they can protect this Twitch, this is gonna be a scary late game.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be the story so far in this game, is that the top lane for Red Team has just been doing crap, and then the bottom lane has been doing well. And again, the top lane still has a tower up but is able to defend it. I mean, if he can hold out and survive, I feel like that might be able to hold out until later.
Yeah. I mean, Sion is one of the champs in the game, much like Cho'Gath, that has unlimited scaling on one of his abilities. He can get unlimited health, and with Grasp he can get even more health. So the later the game goes, he will just keep getting bigger. It just is a question of if it's going to be enough, given it's enough and soon enough, given how much damage this Kled is really doing to him already.
Right. Trouble's able to come in on Chaos X, do as much damage as possible. Syndra able to confirm the kill. Got Katarina trying to get in, do as much damage as possible, unable to confirm anything. Bleeding on Troubles.
Yeah, but like once again, Katarina into the Leona, which was the first pick of the blue team, is a very bad matchup given how many stuns just come out of that champion.
And there goes the red tower in top lane.
So looking at the gold advantage, there's a 2k gold advantage bot lane. A 2k gold advantage isn't anywhere else, but the top lane is up by 1200 and the mid lane is up by 1200. So that basically cancels out Twitch's advantage over Caitlyn.
For sure. Caitlyn is going to have to be careful though. She doesn't have as much, well, she has decent items, but definitely not where she wants to be in this part of the game.
Prowler just used the Rift Herald in the mid lane as a distraction to get the second Infernal Dragon. It'll be. I hope that he ends up devouring the Infernal Dragon. However, it's possible he doesn't, just that he has his ult up later for a team fight. But he did. This might be the time that the red team needs to fight. Kled's going in. Sion's going down. However, Twitch got one kill. He's going to pick off the Kled as well, who falls off Scarl. He's going to get another kill on this Syndra, almost for certain. Except the stopwatch comes in. The stopwatch comes in. Get the auto attack. Run away. And he's dead. So I find myself casting the way that would be shot calling, which isn't exactly the best thing to do.
Hey man, you do you, man. It works. Maybe some people watching can learn how to shot call too. Alright. I gotta say that was a decent counteraction. Counteraction. Counter to that. We almost got a penta again. You guys need to calm down over here. But honestly, gotta agree with the chat. No peel.
No, like, yeah, you can definitely tell that Menards isn't an 80 carry main. He's good at playing the champ, and he obviously is a good player, but just some of his target selection isn't that great. If he would have killed Caitlyn instead of going for the other people, the fight would have been over. The main downside that red team had after that fight is that they got more gold on Caitlyn. While they got a bigger lead on Twitch, they managed to get Caitlyn to her power spike of Infinity Edge. Once she picks up the rapid fire cannon again, or the static shield, she will be quite dangerous to the squishies on the red team.
Yeah, for sure. I'll have to see. Red team might be able to come back after that. We do have 2 Infernals for the blue team compared to no dragons for the red team. They are in a bit of a disadvantage there. Again, Shaken just bullying Odin. just go under tower and try to do as much chip damage as possible.
Yeah. The real unsung hero of this game seems to be the Syndra right now. 1,700 gold above the Katarina, 5-1, 6 assists, involved in all but 3 kills on their team, but just doesn't really feel like that she's doing a lot by herself. It seems like she's working well as a team, which the best part of this game is the team game, but not like roaming off and split pushing like you think someone that far ahead would.
For sure. Team game. Funny. No, it's a team game. But, yeah, very true. Hey. She's definitely trying to play it defensively, able to help out her teammates, able to clean up. I mean, it's the best of everything so far. If she can keep that up, I'm forced to be recommended. Although,
there's no stopwatch on the mid lane anymore. Going for the Zhonya's, but not there yet. This is going to be a free tower with how much damage is coming from that Twitch. Kled's coming in from behind, still on Scarl. Kane got into the Kled. If this Twitch can clean up these kills, not worth flashing forward on any of them. But they should still get this tower and the free kill. Oh, Sion's going in. He's gonna go for the free kill on the tower with his ult, but chose to go for the Caitlyn instead, which is the way to do it. For those of you that don't know, Sion does do damage to towers when he hits them with his ult. It's not a ton of damage, but it's enough to last hit a tower if you really feel like it. Syndra still has ult up, ulted this Twitch. Twitch has very low hit points, has to back off, hoping that the Scorch doesn't kill him. Flashes away. No ult coming in from the Caitlyn since she's dead, or the Kled, but does get a flash on from the Syndra. Really what I would go for if I was Twitch is I'd go for the next item being Lifesteal or something like Hex Drinker. Also, going Guardian Angel might help as well, but you just don't want that big of a gold lead to just get killed in one Syndra ult.
looks like he went for a static shiv if I not mistaken. Right now.
Oh my god, the steal!
Oh my word.
Twitch ult. Twitch ult just gives you enough rage to steal over a wall. And the reason why he was able to do that was with the static shiv that we were just talking about. It gives him a large burst. He crits with his Infinity Edge and static shiv. And Prowler didn't have his ult up yet. So he used it in the team fight, but that was 1,000 damage that he gave up.
Oh my word.
However,
blue team is gonna have a little bit of a headache after that one. I have a headache coming on right now after that one. Boy. Ooh-wee.
So the red team gets a dragon off of that, which is great. Not the dragon they would like. Of course, still my favorite dragon. It just doesn't give them any burst that they would hope to have, like the red team has with the 2 Infernals.
It's going to be beneficial to them, though. They're going to be able to stay in lane longer, although they don't really need to worry about that too much. But I mean,
if he gets this and can get out, he's currently 1v1 versus the Leona. Has flash up, got ignited, flashes away, gets shut down by the ignite and the burn damage from the Cho'Gath.
sad day for the Twitch.
He doesn't have burn damage. I wonder where that came from.
Almost got a free kill off of that. Man, poor day for Bandana.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Once again,
we have Sir Kled coming in. Gets on the Odin, although not in a place he wants to be. Well, it looks like that's not going to go down.
Looks like Sion sacrificed himself to be able to get the other 2 out.
Yeah. Jinx kind of goes back a little bit. Thinks better of it.
Yeah, it seems as though this game's going to come down to which champion has a bigger impact, the Twitch or the Syndra. Doesn't have enough heal. He needs to have Guardian Angel or Hexdrinker for sure.
Oh, yeah. Good lord. Yeah, this might be blue team's game that Twitch can't stay alive. Definitely have a lead, but it looks like, oh, Gold Lead's still in favor of those guys, although, well, Twitch is still in favor in the bot lane, but we still have an overall Gold Lead for the blue team. We'll see how that plays out.
It will be interesting. Twitch is going for straight damage when it really does need that peel. Also, going a locket maybe instead of a redemption on Morgana would be the way to do it. Just to hold off a little bit more of that burst instead of a little bit of delayed heal.
Oh boy.
If only we could have casted that the best of 2 instead, right?
Yeah. Man. It looks like that.
I mean, it was still a best of 3, but
yeah,
the team that Alan Z. Tardis captained won both of the first 2 games.
Man. Nah, we picked a good game. We wouldn't have seen the Penta.
We would have missed 2 Penta kills.
Yeah.
Or maybe he wouldn't have had Pentas. Maybe he just is good at performing when it matters.
This is also true.
Kled ulting in, down on the side, doesn't actually hit anybody.
It doesn't even matter. KS6 is going to go down first. Then,
we need the Morgana shield on the Twitch. The Twitch might be able to clean up with that. The Caitlyn is still alive. Caitlyn dead. Side needs to step into the redemption to get full benefit from that. Twitch coming in from the side. Does not want to go in on a Syndra and a... Oh man, that burst damage is coming in from the Syndra is nasty. Needs to go Hexdrinker.
Oh man. Able to get 1 kill while being in that mode. But the ace goes to Syndra.
Yeah, Syndra didn't even save her ult for Twitch. She just has so much damage now. So much damage now that he just destroys the Twitch even without any extra damage.
Right. But yeah, I think you're right. The unsung hero is definitely going to be the Syndra.
Yeah.
Definitely
Like,
going for her team.
It doesn't feel like she's doing anything by herself, but she's just helping her team win, which is really all that matters.
That's sometimes all you need from a mid laner.
Large wave bot, no objectives up for a minute. I would expect the Kled to probably recall and go grab bot lane, and then have them set up for the objective of either Dragon or Baron. The next Dragon's a Wind Dragon, so most likely it'll be focused around Baron instead of Dragon.
Right. Yep, we got a minute left until Dragon is up. But yeah, it looks like they're just going to clean up that bot lane. That's a really bad spot to be in. Kled is the perfect one to do that. Joe almost getting caught by that Twitch. Looks like that they're just going to play defensively. Just want to make sure that they can grab a good pick like last team fight. Their team might be trying to get some vision on Baron.
Yeah, if you look at Caitlyn's build again, she went the same build as she went last game. Going 2 damage items, 2 hard damage items, and then an armor penetration item. Generally, armor penetration is good, but saved for when the other team actually has a lot of armor. Instead, the Scion is really the only character on that team that has any armor. Going in, hits the Caitlyn, Twitch will be able to destroy there. Gets out, actually, Kane's on. Kane destroys him. Twitch is still alive. Morgana dies. Is taken down by the Syndra. Well, Twitch is still alive. Avoids the knockup, but
Oh,
will
Twitch
he be
might
able
die
to?
now.
No lifesteal on the Twitch will be really close.
Oh. I apologize to Menards. I thought you were gonna die there, sir.
These 80 carries need to be itemizing correctly. They go for the Baron first. Dragon will still be up. Kled won't be able to. Scion's TPing back to base to save the tower, but I don't know if they'll be able to Baron without Scion. Nope, they have to pull off Baron.
Interesting.
I think that's a mistake. If you give up the tower and inhib, yeah, that's just a mistake. You had a free Baron, and now your Twitch is gonna get solo killed, maybe by a Syndra, anyways.
No, he's playing smart. He's gonna go back to base.
2,000 gold on him. He'd be able to either finish his Last Whisper, which not recommended, or go some defense items. If he gets 2,400 gold, he's able to straight buy a GA, which might be what he's going for. I would still, though, recommend going for a Hexdrinker. So,
blue team might get the Baron
blue
this
team
time
is going to
unless
get the Baron.
Twitch
There's no
gets
way
another
that
steal.
they give it up this time. And Twitch gets killed, not willing to go back and spend that gold. They just lost the game. They'll push. They should just push him in now with Baron buff and the super minions.
That's gonna get carved though. Don't think that they're really gonna be able to. It's kind of dead. Repeat the need to. Either to shut down a Kled. Oh,
I
boy.
guess there's still a chance that they survive now, given the fact that Syndra went back and there's only 2 people in the base, but it's going to be close. Leona now made it in, but it still probably will be game over. Katarina has her ult back up, but it will take quite a lot for Leona or Cho'Gath not to just destroy her. Kane's up, and Twitch's up in 4 seconds. Flash away by Scion, who really honestly wanted to be in the middle of that fight. Missed knockup from the Kane, but Katarina takes him down, saving the game.
Wow. Nothing to the Nexus.
All we have to say is one word to both of these teams. And that's group. Group with your team.
It seemed like that everybody was just out of place in that team fight. Unfortunately, it showed for both, but it looked like that blue team got the short end of the stick for that.
Yeah, you just have to group and feel for your carries.
Interesting.
They just didn't do it. Syndra is just soloed the dragon, and the Twitch finished Lord Dominic's Regard versus a team with 1 armor item. And no lifesteal, no resistances, and he finishes his Last Whisper. Interesting choice.
I think we can all hear the disdain in Ace's voice for that.
He's carrying the game. He's carrying the game. I'm just saying, like, you do a lot more damage when you're not dead.
Yes, this is true. Oh man. Although I think the chat agrees with you. It looks like that everybody's in agreement for how messy this freaking builds are. Oh boy.
Yeah. Twitch got GA finally. The question is, will the rest of his team still be alive by the time that he comes back?
Question. It looks like that. Yeah, not really grouping up. It seems like that. Just trying to see where they are, but they should have a ward there. They should see that there is 3 people. And they do see that Kled is trying to split push.
Yeah, Kled's gonna split push. No one on the red team can 1v1 Kled. Bot tower's super low. With Morgana going with the Scion to stop Kled. Oh, Caitlyn's dead. Katarina's dead. Oh, but Twitch avoids the ult, but is a 1v3 now. Does not avoid the Oh, Cled's gonna finish the game.
But it does the back door. Resurrecting.
Maybe not. It trolled him! The troll in him comes up, saves the base, saves the game, but can Twitch come in and do anything else? Destroys the
Leona.
that's the word. And it's looking to kill the Cho'Gath, who now has full health due to the Warmogs. They really have to be careful that they don't get backdoored again, because they can't survive another backdoor. They barely survived that one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, what's the next is that now? 2,000 health. It'll be really tough to come back in through that. They have about 4 minutes of exposed inhibs. No objectives are coming up, so they could just sit in their base. But that just allows the blue team to push top lane.
For sure. Man, this is turning into a longer game. Oh boy.
Oh boy. We may not have time for finals, or finals may be a best of one.
Yeah.
Gets flashed on, and this will be the end of that game. Yep. Okay, Twitch getting caught out is the only real damage coming in from that team. Blue team can honestly just have Cho'Gath walk past.
Yeah, this game's over. They don't even need to kill these guys.
Nope.
But they're going to anyways.
Sometimes it's just fun. And with that, they win this best of 3. Despite having a close series in almost all games.
Man, I gotta say, these guys were doing really well, besides the builds, but definitely able to show that they were teams to be reckoned with for there. But
Definitely.
man.
So, not sure if we will be having another game. Probably will. But I hopefully will not be casting that because my throat is dead. But we'll be back in a few minutes. Probably. Thanks for being with us so long.
Alright, I'm gonna stop the stream, guys. Have it back up in a sec.